On the heels of, or depending on how you look at it, part of the end-of-year holiday season, the Consumer Electronics Show is upon us, and Matter was definitely the star of the smart home space at this year's trade show. So, in this episode, let's break down all of the best Matter and Apple Home announcements at this year's event. This might be a long one, so grab your favorite beverage and let's get into it. Greetings, Internet. My name is Dustin, and this is the My HomeKit Home Podcast. And here we look at the smart home with an Apple Home and accessibility focus. If you're unfamiliar, the tech world hits the ground running every year with CES providing a chance for manufacturers to show off their latest and greatest technologies. Now, we often see a lot of concepts announced at the trade show, but increasingly it's acting as a roadmap to kind of give us an idea of what we can expect for the coming year in tech. Given that Matter is finally here, albeit with newborn deer legs, it's no surprise that Matter dominated this year's trade show with a ton of companies announcing support for the new standard. There's a metric ton of announcements to unpack, so let's just jump right in. Last year, Yale released an updated version of their Assure Smart Lock while simultaneously dropping the tidbit that Matter compatibility would be forthcoming via a module insert, and it looks like they are making good on this promise. This is particularly exciting because we'll have another smart lock that works over Thread, which are few and far between at this point. While the Yale Assure 2 locks are currently available in all of their varieties, the modules are still forthcoming with no scheduled release date nor pricing. Bored with the way that you currently control your smart home? MUI Labs has you covered with their interesting take on smart home interaction. A block of wood. The MUI board is a literal hunk of wood that sits upon your wall or other surface waiting for your touch to control your smart home and is said to be gaining Matter support later this year. A seemingly innocuous home decoration when not in use, the MUI board comes to life with backlit LEDs illuminating the touch controls when activated. Pre-orders are set to begin via Kickstarter in June at a whopping $599, with backers getting their devices starting in November. I really hope I'm wrong, but this definitely seems like one of those concept devices that we actually never see hit the market. SmartMi has made a name for itself producing a couple of pretty popular air purifiers, and it seems that they're added again with a new model that can be mounted on the wall. This new E1 air cleaner can be placed on horizontal surfaces as per traditional applications, but can also be mounted to walls and other vertical surfaces. The idea seems to be to mask its unitasker functionality, instead opting for a more decorative touch with its air filter covers coming in different designs. Pricing and availability are still unknown at this point, but you can find more information about the SmartMi E1 in the HomeKit news article linked in the show notes. GE Lighting's Sync line of smart lighting products has been largely unknown to us in the Apple home world since they've kind of ignored the platform, but this is all due to change with the introduction of a couple of Matter-compatible accessories. Though they unveiled a gaggle of other gadgets, only the Matter-compatible plug and bulb will work within HomeKit. The new smart bulb will support full color and tunable whites coming in at just $12.50 in the US, with the smart plug coming in at $15 when they are released later this year. As is usually the case, Nanoleaf was in full force at this year's event, revealing a bunch of new lighting products that all work with Matter. First up is the all-new 4D TV Smarter Kit, a light strip system for your TV that uses a 4D camera to reflect the screen's image, creating an immersive television viewing experience. The coolest part of the 4D TV Smarter Kit is that eventually it will allow you to add other Nanoleaf products to the mix, creating a really unique setup. The 4D camera will also supposedly be available as a standalone unit, allowing you to connect your existing Nanoleaf products. Starting at $99, the 4D TV Smarter Kit is slated to hit shelves in Q2 of 2023. Nanoleaf also introduced a couple of smart switches with their Sense Plus offerings, but these ain't your normal smart switches. Coming in hardwired and wireless versions, these new smart switches use built-in lux and motion sensors along with Nanoleaf's forthcoming Nala learning bridge to learn your routines and react accordingly, providing the right light at the right time. Following in this vein, they also announced the brand new Skylight ceiling fixture, which is a modular, ceiling-mounted, hardwired, full-color square lighting panel that also boasts the new Sense Plus wizardry. Though no pricing was divulged, Nanoleaf did say that we can expect these Matter-compatible, thread-based lighting panels in the second half of the year. Speaking of Matter and Thread, unfortunately Nanoleaf did confirm that their currently available thread-based line of Essentials bulbs and light strips would not be gaining Matter support, but that they intend to release updated versions that will, expanding the line of more conventional offerings with BR30, GU10, and recessed downlights starting at $20 when they are released later this quarter. Okay, well that was a lot, so while it sinks in, let's talk about today's partner, Popple. Whether you're in sales, have a thriving side hustle slinging beanie babies online, or are a burgeoning social media influencer, you need an easy way to quickly share your contact details, and what easier way is there than just tapping your phone? Popple Smart Business Cards lets you do that and so much more. Using NFC or a QR code, you can send people directly to your highly customizable landing page, which lets them seamlessly and quickly save your contact details, jump to your Spotify, peruse your blog, follow you on Insta, and the list goes on, all by simply tapping your Popple. The Popple app is crazy powerful for teams too, giving you access to all sorts of data like keeping track of with whom, when, and where you shared your contact information, and helpful insights like which of the links on your landing page are getting the most traffic. Popple also offers a ton of ways to share your smart business card. They offer traditional paper cards, wood and metal cards, NFC stickers, bracelets, keychains, lanyards, and even an Apple Watch band, all with quick and easy access to your contact details. And you, as a My HomeKit Home podcast listener, can shave 20% off your order of Popple Smart Business Card Solutions by going to myhomekithome.com/Popple. Make an impression on your clients, followers, and customers and stay connected the easy and smart way while saving some dough. Head over to myhomekithome.com/POPL today. Making a name for themselves initially with their smart button pusher, SwitchBot announced that many of their existing products would be gaining native Apple Home support via their forthcoming Matter-compatible Hub 2. While Siri shortcuts are available for their products through their current Hub Mini, the new version brings full HomeKit support over Matter. Initially only bridging their SwitchBot curtain motor with their other products due to fall in line, the Wi-Fi based hub also has some other features that we don't usually see. First, it exposes a temperature and humidity sensor to Apple Home. It also has an LED display which is dimmable with its ambient light sensor. Finally, it acts as a smart home controller with 2 programmable buttons. The SwitchBot Hub 2 can start controlling your smart home beginning in March at $69, with the currently available $99 SwitchBot curtain being the first bridgeable device once it receives its firmware update after gaining Matter certification in February. Never resting on their laurels, German-based Eve is rolling out their retrofit solution for your roller shades with their all-new motion blinds. Intended to smarten up your existing roller shades with a variety of adapters, this all-new blinds motor differs from the original motion blinds available through retailers like Blinds.com and Select Blinds by adding the rechargeable thread-based motor to just about any roller shade tube. The adapter kit is also said to include a beaded pull chain for those times that you can't or don't want to use its smarts. As you probably already guessed, both versions of the Eve motion blinds will gain Matter support in early Q2, with the adapter kit being available in late March. Eve also announced that around the same time, their Eve Energy, Motion, and Door and Window sensor would be shipping with Matter right out of the box, circumventing the current complex beta process. I know this doesn't seem like a ton of news from such a big player, but we can definitely expect Matter and Thread to come to more of their existing products, and maybe we'll even see some new ones throughout 2023. Another newcomer to the Apple Home realm via its inclusion in Matter is Govee with a soon-to-be-released light strip. Dubbed the M1, assuming because it's their first Matter device, this 2-meter full-color light strip is a collaboration with Google, but it will work regardless of your chosen platform thanks to Matter. No pricing was discussed, but it is set for a March debut. One of the cooler devices to be showcased at this year's event, Samsung is planning to unleash a wireless Qi charger that's also a Matter controller, Thread border router, SmartThings Zigbee hub, and pizza maker. Okay, only 4 of those are accurate, but what a fantastic idea. While Galaxy Phone and SmartThings users will definitely benefit more from this device with its programmable button that can be used to ping your smartphone and control other SmartThings devices, HomeKit devotees can also consider it thanks to Matter. Releasing in February, it can be picked up for between $60 and $80 depending on your need of a USB-C charging brick. Samsung also confirmed that Thread and Matter would be coming to a number of their appliances, TVs, and monitors. However, don't expect to see connected refrigerators and washing machines show up in Apple's Home app since Matter 1.0 doesn't have a spec for these types of devices. The future is looking bright though. It would seem that Yeelight is branching out a bit and adding some creative flair to their portfolio of products with a modular desk lamp, curtain controller, a scene controller, and a presence sensor, all of which, you guessed it, will support Matter. The Cube Smart Lamp isn't exactly that, letting you interlock different modules to create some pretty unique designs. The smart lighting company also announced a new curtain controller which can be integrated into Apple Home along with some other products from their Yeelight Home line via a Matter update. The smart lighting company also announced a new curtain controller which can be integrated into Apple Home along with some other products from their Yeelight Home line via a Matter update. Lastly, all of the Yeelight Pro devices will gain Matter compatibility once the firmware update to the hub is live before the summer. This includes a new scene controller and presence sensor, which are due out later this year, with pricing still to be announced. Not to be outdone, and at least for me, outshining a lot of the other smart home announcements at this year's CES, Aqara has a huge year planned with a battery-powered video doorbell, smart door lock, presence sensor, and RGB IC light strip. The 1080p G4 video doorbell from Aqara is to be Apple Home's very first battery-powered video doorbell, although it does use AA batteries as opposed to a rechargeable option. Thankfully, it can also be hardwired to resolve any of your battery concerns. In addition to using HomePods as chimes, it comes with its own 95 decibel USB-C powered chime for flexible installations. Although it will support HomeKit secure video like Aqara's other cameras, something that I really like about this video doorbell is that it has a local recording option via SD as well as the optional cloud storage, and it also has local AI facial recognition that can be used to trigger automations like potentially unlocking your door with the all-new U100 Smart Deadbolt. Aqara's first deadbolt and intended for the North American market, this smart lock is apparently aiming to be the end-all be-all, featuring the highly sought-after Apple Home key, having app support via Bluetooth and Zigbee, having fingerprint unlocking, passcodes via the keypad, NFC cards, and even traditional dumb keys. As if those 2 devices weren't enough, the FP2 presence sensor will be dropping later this year and promises to solve a lot of our smart home motion sensor woes. Using millimeter wave technology, this USB-C powered sensor can detect even the smallest of movements within a 5 to 7 meter range. With multi-zone detection, multi-person detection, fall detection, and an ambient light sensor, this Wi-Fi based accessory aims to completely remove the need for pixel and PIR motion sensors in your smart home. Shooting for the moon this year, Aqara is poised to unleash their very first lighting product on the international market with their LED strip T1. This RGB IC strip supports 16 million colors and has separate diodes, 4 tunable whites, and individually addressable LED zones. This Zigbee-based LED strip also has a physical controller with a built-in microphone for music mode and is IP44 rated, so you can bring this goodness outdoors. Unfortunately, Aqara has not yet announced pricing and availability for the LED strip T1. This is probably because the other 3 products will hit consumers in the first half of this year at very affordable prices, with the video doorbell coming in at around $120 in the US, the Smart Lock between $160 and $200, and the FP2 at around $60. Aqara also plans to integrate these devices along with a lot of their existing products with Matter via firmware updates to their hubs in the next couple of weeks. Once Matter rolls out specs for cameras and presence sensors, Aqara will also be seeking Matter certification for these devices. If you couldn't tell, I'm really excited to check out all of these new devices from Aqara. TP-Link also has major plans to get your money this year, announcing a whole slew of smart home devices, many of them supporting Matter and therefore HomeKit. The company has developed 15 smart home accessories aimed directly at Matter to cover just about all of your smart home basics, from plugs to switches to lighting. Notable here is the Popple H900, which is a smart home hub supporting Matter and Thread, allowing you to dock your tablet for smart home control. TP-Link will start shipping some of their Matter-compatible accessories later this month, beginning with their Smart Plug priced at $20, and then later in March with their $28 Smart Dimmer Switch. And there it is, the best in Apple Home from CES 2023. I'll be flabbergasted if all of these products actually make it to market before year's end, but it's definitely shaping up to be a bumper crop year for the smart home, and even after the whirlwind of announcements, I'm pretty stoked at what's to come. It seems that Matter is lighting fires under device makers' butts and stoking the competition already, and I think that consumers will be the winners. But that's about it for today's episode. Thanks for checking out the show. Don't forget to follow us and leave us a rating and review if you would be so kind. Here's to a very promising year in the smart home. Take care.